final pick is just going to be Ornn in there.
I actually really like this. You go, okay, well, IG, when they go for this style of composition where you end up with Jace and the Orianna, which are the two most played for the Shy and Rookie, and they tend to have at least one game each series where they have Jace and Orianna as their solo laners. But it means that you're not really having a very strong front line here for Invictus Gaming. If you go with the Ornn, you have a bunch of poke here for Top Esports. They have the opportunity to both play this poke, engage, and disengage all through their composition and really put the works through for IG.
Yeah, I love what TS have picked up. They have such a strong team fight. They have such strong siege potential. They have some pretty decent lane matchups as well. For IG, they went back to what we criticized them a lot early in the split, where they just picked a lot of comfort champions that typically they would just try to win lane through and then bring them together in skirmishes. So IG are going to have their work cut out for them.
The biggest thing for me, though, is we have Knight on Zoe in the mid lane against Rookie on Orianna in the mid lane. These are the two signature champions for these mid laners. They're going toe-to-toe. This is what I wanted out of this series. None of this Galio rubbish.
And I'm glad we got it out of the way for game number 1, because now coming into game number 2, with how strong Top Esports look, there is a high chance that we push this over towards a game number 3 and we get more of this. But I want to see us brawl now, and once again coming into game number 2.
I also just love how Top Esports still are very jovial, laughing and happy.
Yeah, there's no pressure on them in their mind. They are still feeling comfortable. They've got another 2 games ahead of them as far as Top Esports are concerned, but IG are going to want to close things out here, and they have these comfort picks. The question will be a matter of composition, whether or not they can make these picks work in tandem for game 2. Well, the Chinese side, they're looking at Baolan versus Jackie Love as the highlight matchup, but I've got my eyes on Rookie and Knight here. I've got my eyes on this matchup to decide who the best mid laner in the world is. At very least from the LPL perspective, we've got signature champions on both sides of the boards as IG are starting off strong. Top Esports are now here to answer.
And when we talk about the mid lane, the thing to look at for me is the fact that Top Esports have such a strong mid-jungle 2v2 this game with Karsa on the Lee Sin, so he can have all the lockdown to set up for that burst, to where Orianna plus Volibear, not much of a mid-jungle 2v2, not much set lockdown or set burst early on. So I expect to see Karsa play heavily around the mid lane once again.
And at least, as you said, this time it can be a lot more successful, especially, although you do have the cleanse coming in for Rookie here, so 1 or 2 ganks might go awry while they try and get some of these summoner spells burnt. There's still a lot of setup, especially when they hit that level 6 with ult in from Knight onto the Sleepy Trouble bubble, and it's easy set.
I love that you mentioned the cleanse, because Rookie actually doesn't take cleanse on a lot of champions in a lot of matchups. Rookie just doesn't really show the respect that he should. This time around, though, after game 1, knows that he needs to pay some respect, does take that cleanse, and it's nice to see.
And it's good to see the respect from both of these mid laners, and similarly in the top lane as well, because we saw the interview with the Shy to start this one off. He was being very humble about the way that these two top laners play, and then we see these picks that completely personify that entire interview.
And for anyone who's a little bit confused by the Shy saying, why is 369 a fan? It's because when 369 added the Shy in his Korean account, the 369 on stream got all giddy, was super excited. He's like, oh my god, he added me, and it was a really cute moment. That's what it was.
He messaged him, I love you at the end.
Yeah.
Very wholesome.
It was a beautiful little clip. But the Shy is right. These are two very different top laners, and the Shy's weakness, by his own words, is that team coordination, which is one of the biggest things that I would praise 369 for.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about 369 is he's so flexible, right? He can play the Shy style. He can pick up something like the Quinn or the Jace, dominate you in lane and snowball out of control, but he's also fine going onto an Ornn or a Wukong, constantly pushing and roaming for the team, being a flanker in a team fight, being a frontliner in general, and that's why I'd consider 369 the best performing top laner in LPL this split.
Yeah, and I agree wholeheartedly with that. 369 has been absolutely incredible. I mean, we've seen all the jokes about he's only rolling 9s at the moment, and that continues to be the case, but he wasn't quite able to carry in that last series. We'll have to see if he can have a better time in this game. And now, actually, Ning repathing back towards his top side. He wants to contest Karsa on this scuttle.
Yeah, Karsa did spot him here. This time Karsa's on the Lee Sin, so he's got a little bit more early pressure. This time he's not 20 CS down just yet. But Rookie's moved in as well, and so has everybody apparently. The Shine arriving, 369 gets a knockup, but he's in a 2v1 as Knight jumps forward to get the damage in, but Ning survives with a smite. Now it's Karsa trying to get away from the damage out of the Shy. Paddle Star comes across, doesn't hit though. Splashes across the board from IG, but they get the kill.
Everything starts off around this scuttle. Ning had pathed down towards the bottom side, but wanted to contest Karsa on the top side scuttle. And even though Top Esports looked like it can potentially crash first and collapse onto that scuttle crab, they're not quite able to do so quick enough. And as you can see, a lot of flashes burnt, but it's still a kill over for IG.
The massive thing is the fact that Ning does have the winning jungle matchup early on. Volibear will win the 1v1 at level 3. And that Rookie somehow has pushed early on in this lane, so Rookie was able to head over first. And we said, hey, Top Esports' advantage in these skirmishes is the fact of their mid-jungle. Guess what? Knight wasn't able to be a part of that pretty much until Karsa was already dead.
And Rookie's still here to collect at least a decent amount of the CS that Knight did shove into the wave, but will be a slight advantage over towards Knight when we do look at the CS, and as you can see, the levels there as well. So, I mean, you haven't really lost much as Rookie for dipping into that lane, and now you've got a small lead and a double down on Ning being in control of this matchup with that kill going over towards him.
So, good start here once again for IG. They've already got themselves a 700 gold lead. And a lot of that is going to be coming down to the CS lead that they also got in that top side and to the kill that went into the pocket of Ning. This time around, though, it's Karsa that's ahead in CS when it comes to this jungle matchup. And he's the one that's ahead in terms of levels as well right now.
Yeah, and Karsa's the one we want to see start influencing the map. It all comes down to, I feel like, heading towards mid first, putting some pressure on Rookie, even just getting the push for Knight, and then starting to hover more towards bot lane. Even top is a potential option when you're facing the Shy's Jace. I feel like a lot of these options will open up more at level 6 when we have things like the Call of the Forge God available as well. But it all starts with Karsa hovering and looking mid.
Oh, what a hook out of Balan right there. Jackulov takes a good chunk of damage for it as well. Yuyanja able to block the volley in the end.
And the unfortunate thing for Top Esports fan is that Rookie didn't burn the cleanse in that last engagement. So that's still available for if we do see Karsa trying to make any sort of plays in towards that midpoint of the map. But this is the thing, is that Karsa does need to start making some of these plays happen. Because as this leads in, we have seen Karsa have some great insects and some great kicks that he can pull off, but you are going to fall off in relative power to this Volibear as the game goes on.
And I love what we're seeing right now. Knight especially needs Karsa right now because Rookie has the wave in such a great position. Knight can never walk forward because he doesn't know where Ning is in constant fear. I'd actually prefer if Ning didn't show on a gank topside just from how much Knight's losing out mid.
I think this is actually Ning going to just hover here for the Shy to shove this wave in. You can see where Karsa was on the map, so not wanting to give at least an opportunity for Karsa to get a gank, get himself back into this game. And I like this call from Ning. As he said, staying hidden, not giving the opportunity for Knight to push up here, but that eventual freeze is broken and Rookie will shove out this way.
And it's important to mention that that CS lead in the mid lane is visualized in the minions that are in that lane right now. So it's very important that Rookie's able to crash this wave and deny as much of it as possible from Knight. Karsa, though, he wants to make a play. He's not interested in minions right now. He's interested in kills. And Rookie's going to step forward in the lane, but does have a ward in that brush, so Karsa can't quite make his way in.
Yeah, so they're looking for the play that we set up for them. We even saw Yuyanja hovering towards mid, but with the Shy pushing up in top lane, looks like Karsa's going to try to find a pretty easy gank.
Well, no flash as well for the Shy, so this would be an easy setup if you can just ward hop over the wall, but
the
not
respect,
coming into it just yet. Yeah.
The respect from the Shy.
What is going on?
oh, maybe not.
This is something we don't see that often, but is the respect going to pay off? That's the question. Yes, it is the answer. Apparently we've got a 1v1, because Rookie got a shockwave onto Knight, but he got underneath this tower in the end.
It's only a 1v1 for a short while, though. Bellland was there, and you can see Top Esports, they're going to back away. But again, Karsa just isn't finding these advantages that he needs in the early stages of the game. Ning answering perfectly, sealing away the blue buff. And that makes this mid lane matchup even harder for Knight, because Rookie can shove so aggressively in this mid lane and then look to roam and have influence, especially down in this bottom lane where we already have that Enchanted Crystal Arrow available.
And that's what's so crazy about this match so far, is the fact that Rookie is able to do things like this. Karsa?
Hang on, Karsa's not done just yet. Moving towards this bottom side of the map. Dragon is available, and the first one of the game is an Ocean. Rookie just going to TP back to mid, though. I think everything diffuses itself.
Yeah, and I mean, even going back to this mid matchup, it is something that is a bit Zoe favored once you hit that level 3 mark, especially with the RNG you get from your W. But Rookie doing a great job with that wave manipulation at the point we saw.
Hang on, 369 wants a 1v1. Managed to get an Ignite down, obviously from his spellbook there.
And this is what's so crucial, going back to Lyric's point on Rookie, is oftentimes Rookie... Oh, hang on, I might get an opportunity.
We can't talk about mid
We
anymore.
never get an opportunity to talk. This is an IG top esports game. They want to be bloody. They want to make sure that they're fighting, but Rookie will oftentimes get advantages for himself in matchups where you don't assume he'll be able to, and it's just because he's so damn good. And even against Knight, even against someone who we've been praising for so long, saying that this is the matchup to see who will be the best mid laner in the LPL, well, I mean, Rookie's coming out in lane and oftentimes with the performance in those team fights as well.
Well, and this is why I feel like the argument, it depends on what your criteria is, right? Because Rookie definitely seems like the better laner. For those of you who don't know, Knight has even come out and said, hey, like, Rookie, playing against Rookie in lane is scary. When we look at who's better at maybe, like, transitioning the pressure across the map, things like this, playing more for their team, it definitely seems like Knight edges him out a little bit, which is kind of strange when you think about how many fires.
Knight's definitely the better mid laner, because Rookie can't even secure a blue buff, apparently.
Oh. It happens, Much Fools. I mean, Much McMahon. It happens.
Blue buff is out of lane, though, so it still fits with the criteria that it's Rookie in lane
He's
is
just
good.
a good teammate, you know?
Yeah.
He's just helping out Nate.
That's definitely, well, I was going to say that's definitely true. I don't know if that is definitely true. I've got a feeling that wasn't on purpose, but you know what? They're going to be all right with this one. Carson moves up to the top side. He's going to be spotted once again. There's everything that Carson tries to do this game so far has been denied. Knight gets jumped on, does have flash. Shockwave won't quite land, but he might just go down anyway. Triple bubble onto Ning. Merc Treads do a lot to ruin that one. Track doesn't even have Merc Treads. But apparently, maybe it was the chicken.
Got auto-attacked by the Raptors, which woke him up and nearly caused a bit of pain for Knight, but will mean that Ning's still confident, still having Rookie full health behind him, will steal away a couple of those Raptors himself, and he is afraid to walk through this area right now.
I don't blame him, honestly. The aggression from Ning towards that mid lane has been scary. Carson moves in as well, and we'll just clear the vision. So Rookie does have to respect this. He will be able to help Knight clear the wave a little bit as well.
That's the big one here, is giving Knight the opportunity to shove out this wave, and Knight even gives him an taunt as he goes back towards lane. But Rookie and Ning, again, working really well together, getting control of this mid lane, forcing Knight back, and Carson does start up this Rift Tower, but look at everyone from IG, they're collapsing.
Yeah, and right now, Jackulov is still in the bottom lane at this stage, Lyric.
Yeah, and he's no TB, so this is a potential 5v4. Top esports are definitely going to have to back off, as we see them do. Puff.
Arrow into the mid lane, but just goes shy of hitting any targets here.
Sleepy Trouble Bubble won't land either. I'd actually rather see Top Esports trade this Rift Herald for the place that you can see Jackulov has already started on the bottom side, and that Dragon. There's no reason to try and fight or contest IG at the moment, and all you're looking to do is just continue ramping up as Top Esports here.
Castle grabbed the chickens on top of this one as well. Yuyan just been spotted by the Hawk shot, and the Dragon will be started off here. As you rightly mentioned, Jackulov just hammering away in the bottom side. Grabbed 2 turret plates from himself off of this plate already. And he's not even going to move over to the Dragon. He's just going to stick there in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and you know, this is fine because he knows that Ning is doing the Rift Herald. Now I want to see where Ning uses this. I would imagine it would be for the Shy, since, you know, he is on the Jace. Trying to get him a bit more gold in his pocket would be nice. But with him constantly angling around mid, definitely makes us think otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, look, we saw it in the last game where he wanted to get Rookie rolling, and oftentimes this actually is the game plan from IG, where they seem to, at least at the moment, be playing through Rookie a lot more. But I agree, I think getting the Shy setup could be really good, and have him just take over a bit more against the 369 in that top lane.
Especially when you think that it feels like he's going to play this style of Jace.
Hang on, the Shy just took a turret shot there, and 369 wants to punish. Knockup gets flashed away from, but nice little play by 369 to punish the Shy for overstepping here.
And really solid, because it's not only the fact that 369 is able to continuously get these aggressive plays, it's even when the Shy is aware that Carson isn't on the map, he's showing that respect to 369, and this is what we wanted to see. Someone who can keep the Shy in check, even when he's in a poor matchup. 369 is still coming out looking good.
And overall, there's going to be a point where the Shy's just not really going to do any damage to 369, as well as Yuyanja. Rookie has to use Cleanse, but feels like that's the end of that. Yuyanja, though, is pretty dangerous territory.
Yeah, he's treading on thin ice, but he's going to get away with it in the end. And I guess he is Braum, right? So ice is kind of his friend at the end of the day. Now Rookie moves into the mid lane, though. He's already got 2 turret plates here. The Herald will get him another couple on this Orianna. He's already got the Luden's Echo. This is going to be a very nice little injection of gold for him. Yuyanja jumps over to his teammates. As Knight just gets a little hit down.
Not quite able to get down that mid lane turret though. So Rookie not going to try and force the issue here. Realizes, look, I don't have cleanse. It's very easy for Knight to hop in here, get that CC on me and set up for Karsa. But I want to see now what Top Esports can do. Because as this game is starting to go forward, they're just losing out. Even if we don't see these big plays coming through, it's turret plays that are going over to IG. It's more objective control going in the favor of IG. And this is not what we expected from Top Esports. We thought, okay, maybe they'll try and make some plays happen. We'll get some bloodiness. But to be fair to them, they are waiting on JackeyLove to scale up. They still have this Ornn in the top lane that's going to be given across a bunch of gold off his passive. So they just need a little bit more time. But when that time hits, they need to get active.
And I want to address something here as well, because I think a lot of viewers at home will be looking at this and saying, this isn't how IG wins games. They're not the kind of team that wins through, you know, objective advantages. They like to fight. But actually, when you think about IG's biggest strength, it is winning through the lanes, right? And whether that's kills in the lanes or whether that's CS advantages, that's how they do it. The Shy is getting aggressed upon, though, as 369 trying to finish the kill. They will get it before Ning and Rookie have arrived. Shockwave doesn't quite land, and TP be a challenge. 369 finally falls. Ning walks away with his life. It's JackeyLove that arrived on the scene, but Rookie just bullies him out of the play immediately. Now Karsa gets turned on. Rookie just can't be stopped right now as he finishes off yet another one on towards JackeyLove. Rookie is unbelievable. Now on tonight as the double kill well and truly earned. Give him the triple.
The things that Rookie can do in League of Legends are not fair. Seriously, magic exists when Rookie is on the rift. Such good play, punishing the play coming out from Top Esports. 4-0 Orianna at 15 minutes.
That was absolutely beautiful from Rookie. 4 kills, tower mid, pressure everywhere. Every single summer spell burnt by Top Esports was for naught, thanks to how good Rookie is.
I also just love the fact that once again we pan to the camera showing the Shy benefiting, getting some minions in a turret elsewhere just like last game. We come into this and great roam over from IG. They're already coming, but still the Shy's so squishy, gets bursted down so fast.
And this Orianna ult misses. That was a great flash from 369. I went, okay, Top Esports, you've made the play here. And then Rookie just goes nuts. Forces back JackeyLove while Karsa's trying to get onto Ning. And then as JackeyLove backs up, he's like, hang on a second, I can go for this. And completely destroys him. And even here, when he flashes forward, he waits until you already see where JackeyLove is moving and manages to just about nick him with that kill. That is absolutely amazing play from the IG mid lane.
And the crazy thing is, he's dodging everything during the meantime. 369 aggressed on by Baolan as Ning moves into the play, but Karsa kicks him on out. Bellows Breath means everyone gets away safe.
And we are now looking at a 5,000 gold lead for Invictus Gaming. We said already that, look, they were starting to get plates, they were starting to get objectives. Now they're getting kills. That was the final tick in the box, and IG are really in control.
I also love how we came out of draft, and especially me, I was like, I like what TS have. It has a more coherent formation. We can see how it wants to play. IG just go back to what IG knows, but we keep being shown why IG always goes back to this.
But here's the thing, IG have got so much better across the course of this split. When you think about them towards the start of the split, like, they were losing a lot of series they probably shouldn't have, but more recently, they have been looking better and better, especially when it comes to the team fights. But just when you have this level of raw talent on a roster, anything can happen.
And you can see it in this game, where the Shy respecting the play that could potentially come through from topside. That is not something we usually see out of the Shy, although
Puff's in trouble here, flashes away, and 369 was knocked up just as the Ram came on in. There's damage out of Knight, but Puff gets away with his life. But now Knight says no, though. You're getting nowhere on this one. Double kill comes through on the Zoe.
Okay, these mid laners need to calm down because it's getting a little bit like a show-off competition here. Knight manages to pick up a double kill.
No, they do not need to calm down. How dare you, Dagda?
Okay, I'm sorry. He doesn't want to listen to me anyway because does manage to land the trouble bubble onto Ning.
Hang on, we've got more trouble on our hands here. Knight just goes wide on the paddle star, but I don't see any way even Rookie can stop this one from happening. Stunned underneath the tower, taken down, another kill for Knight. His Ning jumps back into the middle of everyone, and JackeyLove sweeps up one.
And honestly, Rookie pretty much dodged everything, but when you're up against 5 members, it doesn't matter. But as always,
the Shy here. Every time the Shy is just in a side lane pushing. And look, they're trading up. I mean, look, not in kills, don't get me wrong. A lot went over to Top Esports there, but towers in favor of the Shy. The Dragon as well was answered by Top Esports, so at least they're getting some things back, but this game is just nuts.
This has been so much fun. This entire series has been so much fun. And do you know what? This has just been pretty much down to mechanics at the end of the day. Like, every single one of these time fights, so many of them are just dead even, and it is all down to who steps up in the final moment.
And that's the thing, is that we're seeing both these teams exemplify what they work best at. We said that IG like to play skirmishes, they like to play where they can show their individual mechanics. That's exactly what that top lane play was. Even though we got a bunch of members from both teams up there, it was bit by bit, drip by drab, which meant that Rookie was able to focus in onto multiple, or well, 1 to 2 members at a time. Whereas we look at Top Esports, they are still looking to find these team fights, they're still looking to group, and having Knight with 3 kills now to try and answer at least a little bit for how fed Rookie is, can give them an edge in these team fights.
And he's just going straight snowballing as we see him sitting on 2 needlessly large rods, going towards a death cap second item. So Knight really understanding, hey, I need to be the big carry of this game.
And I'm really curious whether or not Knight is going to go for a Magize in this game, because he pretty much does in every game that we see. But up against IG, it's a matter of whether or not he thinks he can survive the fight. But he's got his Zoe. We've got Rookie on the Orianna. I'm just glad that they're both playing well on their best picks here.
And great job by TS2 to just take advantage of the fact that IG just reset after the Herald and take a mid tower for free.
And you know what? When it's a Rift Herald, that essentially equates into 1 tower, right? So Top Esports managing to match that play. When it comes to the gold, they have reduced that gap ever so slightly. It's 3,000 currently in favor of IG. But my big question for IG is, what does this composition look like later on into the game? Because last time they very much had this kind of teamfight composition. This time, Jace, to me, doesn't seem to fit in quite as well.
And that's what we were saying in the draft, was this is very much a win lane, try and snowball this game out of control. Now, the Shy has got a lot of gold that isn't reflected in just the CS numbers. He has got a good bit of towers, he's got some of those platings as well, so the Shy is relatively large.
3 items.
Yeah, he needs to be able to answer for, in these teamfight scenarios, the poke we're going to see from Jackie Love, or
hang on,
maybe helping engage.
been found here. The slows will come on through. Oh, yes, sir! That is just beautiful. You're never catching out his Lee Sin.
Yeah, just beautiful play coming from him.
This Shy's in his side lane.
Why?
Of course he is.
This is like whenever you read a book and you get to like end chapter, it's just, the end chapter is just the Shy's taking a tower. That is just it every single time.
Oh my goodness. Now a tower in the mid lane as well for IG as they look for more and more advantages. They actually get the tower before the charge comes on through. And I think that might just be the end of the Rift Tower play, honestly. So, Herald not even needed in the end.
No, but going back, actually seeing if Knight... Okay, so Knight's going to go for a goal, but going back to the Shy, it's actually really funny that in the video he said, hey, I want to have a lot of action in the top lane. And again, he's largely had a very PvE series, but here we see Puff and Valiant trying to make an aggressive pick onto Carson, goes for the Q. Valiant goes in, but just great kick onto Puff, setting up that kill for Jackie Love.
And right on the edge of getting over that wall as well. That was so well played by Carson. And this is what this series is a bit about. Showing that every single player on the Rift right now has the mechanics to go against the best. And they're trying to prove that here today. We do have to go back to what we were trying to talk about before that, though, is how does IG operate as we go forward here? Because as we said, look, the Shy can answer for a little bit of poke onto Top Esports that we're getting from Knight and Jackie Love. We do see the engage that Puff can offer to demonstrate onto Karsa. It just didn't quite go their way. The big thing here, though, is that if Top Esports are able to set up front to back, they're going to look really good. But IG... Oh, Puff got spotted.
This is so IG, and I feel like IG at this point is essentially a verb or an adjective. I don't know, I'm not good at English, it's only my first language. Jackie Love over the wall trying to do something, but the Baron has already been taken. Baolan now looks for the fight. There's knockups across the team here, but Baolan is happy to sacrifice himself to get the team to Baron.
Exactly, it doesn't matter. And this goes back to what Dagner was just setting up. It's very convoluted talking about IG's win condition with this draft because, again, what is the win condition? It's snowballing. That snowballs the game, sneaking a Baron right there. Oh,
hang on.
Knight?
The play's not over just yet. Knight with some damage with Paddle Star. Top Esports are going to look to try and make a play on towards this mid tower. Yanja blocking a good chunk of damage here as everyone moves in towards the play. 369 happy to tank up for the rest of the squad. Top Esports, at least they get something off the back of this.
Do you see, though, the Shy with a good amount of poke back, so we'll be able to force Top Esports back as they turn towards this Dragon. Still, though, now we got to see with 2 minutes left on this Baron buff what IG can do. Waves are relatively in their favor because the TP though.
Oh, hang on. Rookie's moving in. So is the Shy. Jakilov gets the slow onto Rookie. The Shy trying to move in, gets a shock blast here, but 369 gets the knock up with the Shy, forced out of the play immediately. Yu Yanja trying to protect Jakilov at all costs from Puff, but he's just wailing away. In the meantime, the Shy got Carter. Jakilov having to flash out of the play as well, but they're getting chased on down, and IG, they want this win for themselves. The Shy gets the double. This Knight finally gets the shot him down. Rookie now trying to chase down onto the Zoe Knight. He's on the wrong side of the map. He's on his signature pick, and almost finds out why that is the case. Flash away from the plane. Still has his real flash as well if ever he needs it. Foul at the second on forward. Slow play. He's on live. The Knight is just running rings around IG, but he's running out of time. The gap is closing. Foul locks him down. The kill will go the way of Puff, and IG gets the fight.
They get the fight, they get the kill, but they've wasted a minute on their Baron buff. So even though it does go the way of IG, they get a bunch of extra gold. That Baron buff won't actually need too much to get
Exactly. I honestly don't know who I say is the winner of that trade. Sure, I do got a bunch of kills, a bunch of gold is awesome, but like no Baron. So this is really interesting. We saw both carry the TP in, but Valiant on the opposite side with Puff taking down Jakilov and Yanja, mashing the scene. Great job by the Shiny able to drive it in. Game coming into massive ultimate control, Rookie flashing over the wall. And I mean, these are just some shenanigans.
And the big thing to take away from this fight is that what we're looking at is when these fights get into place, they're absolutely chaotic. And again, Jakilov might be a chaotic fight.
This is not like what out. Rookie takes a lot of damage, and oh my god! 1 for 1 after all of that. Knight sends it into a second one. How does Top win that fight? That's not fair.
Yuanji is going to be able to cut them off here with 369.
369 knockups onto 2. Baolan doesn't have any HP to work with, and Carson knows it. Another couple of kills now as they push on towards Ning, on towards Puff. No Baron available.
And I think this should probably be an inhibitor for TS.
Yeah, they can keep pushing here, and that play is so well done by Jakilov, managing to get the kill onto Rookie, who held his shockwave for so long, waiting for the slippery Ezreal to make a move, and it just meant there was so much damage churned out by the Ezreal in the meanwhile.
Yeah, and actually Top Esports don't end up going for anything in the end. They're not even going to be able to take this top side turret with all the members of IG coming back up on the map now.
The thing again that I wanted to touch on though was that Top Esports are looking for a front-to-back fight. They are looking to poke, prod, and then go for this big engage with 369 and Yuanji leading the charge in the front, and that's what will set them up for success. Because IG though are spreading these fights out so much, making it chaotic, they can opt into these skirmishes. Unfortunately for this play though, it didn't quite work out for them.
Yeah, we see them try to create a bit of a cheeky pick onto Jakilov. Not sure if it's the best idea. Not able to hit that dredge line, and we see Rookie get chunked out low from all the damage from Jakilov and Karsa. And then Knight with a great play onto the Shy as well.
We're going again though. Look at the bottom left corner.
Oh, it never ends here in this series. Knight takes a accelerated shock blast to the face there, but he's going to be all right. Has the corrupting potion as well to keep himself topped up. Karsa, you do not want to be the one to face check that.
I don't know why they would. I mean, there's no Baron up. It's not like there's a dragon. It's just both these teams know, look, they're going to come. We're going to fight.
If there's anything I have learned this series, it is that objectives don't matter. All that matters is the arena.
Yeah, definitely true. And what's kind of sad for IG in the arena right now is the fact that so many members on Top Esports build armor that, you know, the Jace isn't really gonna do quite well in the arena. Maybe against Knight, maybe against Karsa.
Oh, hang on, 369. I mean, he got a knock up onto Puff, so thumbs up there.
It was an attempt. I mean, they wanted to try and see if they could catch someone out here before this dragon spawned. 50 seconds until that potential third dragon here for Top Esports. But yeah, it was a bit of a swing and a miss. I don't think if they'll have it.
Going to be back up
I'm
by
not
dragon.
actually certain now. I think. Yeah, no, it'll be up just after that dragon spawns. But honestly, when we talk about how Top Esports want to play these fights, it's not the worst not having it up to start things off. You want Knight and Jakilov to begin things by poking, and then Call of Forge God to come in a little bit later.
So we've got 25 seconds until this dragon. I want to quickly revisit items before we get to that point, if I even have time here. Because we've got Knight now with a Death Crown in the mid lane. He's got a 9-stack Magi's as well as his Ludens. He is hitting hard with an Oblivion Orb on top of all of that. But then Rookie as well just finished banish a Void Staff, so he's hit 3 items as well. Those shockwaves are going to annihilate the team. And Puff as well on that 3-item mark for the Ashe. All of the carries across the board are online right now.
It does feel like we're getting to the point where Top Esports Comp just kind of does better in these 5v5s than what IG has. Knight can pretty much one-shot any of the carries on the side of IG.
And look at where Top Esports are moving right now. They've shoved in that mid-wave. They're backing over towards the Baron. And if you try and enter this as IG, you're going in blind straight into Top Esports.
It's straight into the kind of fight that Top Esports want for themselves. Ning wants a face check, as he knows he has to be. That goes half of his health immediately. But hey, they've managed to deter any kind of shenanigans, at least for now.
I'm also surprised that TS didn't, get that Sleepy Trouble Bubble onto Ning right as he face checked the brush. Feels like he could have gotten a lot more from Ning.
It's so hard to commit to making any kind of statement right now because these fights could just erupt at any given moment. IG going to try and move in. They spotted out the Baron with the Hawk shot. Hooked onto 369, but he's happy to be hooked, to be quite honest. It's Baolan that's feeling the wrath of this play. Flashes away, Call of the Forged Gods. Oh, the Trouble Bubble sets it up beautifully from Knight. There's a kick across the whole team as well. Carson looks amazing on this Lee Sin. Will go down in the end for his troubles, but it's Puff to follow. Ning's the next one. A great shockwave from Rookie. No way can he make that one happen. 4 members strong from Top Esports. Rookie still wants to make the play, but Jackie Loves having none of it against his old teammate. In they go, and Yu Yanja gets the ace.
I love at the end is just throw everything, hit Rookie, don't let him move, kill him, kill him, kill him. And that's what it feels like this whole series has been so far, but Top Esports, they get the ace, and they're looking to crack open the base of IG.
Yeah, looking great so far, and instead just going to decide to turn on this Baron. But as we saw at that last fight, we really have finally gotten to the point where as long as Top Esports have 5-man strong standing in front of IG, they should be able to come out ahead every time. They're tankier, they have more consistent DPS and burst. We saw there, the Shy can't really do much of anything at this point in the game.
And you know what? About 5 or 6 minutes ago, Knight finished off that Magi Soul Stealer. He upgraded it with 3 stacks on it. He's now all the way up to 23 stacks. And that is a very scary prospect when it is Knight on zone.
And that's the thing, is as we get into this replay, Knight now is enabled with the siege potential for Baron, and look at how big he is in this fight to begin with. He's able to get that Trouble Bubble onto the Shy. He realizes, oh god, I gotta get out of here. But it doesn't matter. You get the kill coming in from Knight. Then you get the plays where, again, he's just flashing over the wall, moving every which way as Carson goes to play. This is where it gets scary, though. Rookie gets a 4-man shockwave, or sorry, 3-man shockwave here, and you can see how low Yuyanji is, Jackulov is, but not quite having enough in the tank to finish them off. And then it's a case of we are going to throw everything as Jackulov taunts his own teammate. Oh,
I was really scared at the end there when Jackulov was stood on top of Oriana's ball, but now the siege you were talking about begins.
Yeah, and the Shy was nearly taken out right as that kicked off. This is the problem. Knight is so strong when he's in the lead. He's got Baron buff and can poke you sitting ducks underneath your tower.
Yeah, and one thing to keep note of is Karsa is actually pushing the bot wave, so that's why we see TS playing so far back and not really walking up and trying to hit the turret at this point in time. They're waiting for Karsa to bring that wave in.
Yeah, Karsa's done a fair bit of split pushing this game, which as a Lee Sin, as a jungler, it's not that common, but hey, if it works, and I can't really criticize it when Top Esports have found themselves this lead.
I mean, I would much rather have 369 stick with Top Esports and have Karsa be the side lane pressure, because honestly, 369 is going to have way more impact alongside Knight and Jackie.
All right, now the siege really starts to begin. The first tower has already gone down. Karsa's going to continue the push on the bottom side here. And they should be able to pretty comfortably grab this inhibitor for themselves at least. Bear in mind, we've still got another 70 seconds on this Baron buff. Top Esports have plenty of time to make this happen.
Yeah, and now Jackulov coming back in there just in the continuous siege and definitely be able to take down this bot side turret as well.
Oh, Trouble Bubble. Ooh. There's a shockwave to answer it across the entire team from Top Esports, but Redemption basically nullifies that entire play. Good damage out of the Shy. Onto 9, though. This will be the bot lane inhib finally taken down, though. So Top Esports, they make this Baron buff worth it.
The problem is, as we see there, the only person the Shy can do damage to is the Zoe.
Hang on, 369 went in, but he didn't get a knock-up onto anyone. Baolan now finds his way onto the backline. Jagilov's already gone down, but look at the health bars on IG. Nice, looking to clean things once, but Puff somehow turns that one around. Now he's on 369 as well. IG are gonna hold on to the game. Yu Yanja slowed by the smite. There's no way out of this one as Ning will be able to jump on through as Rookie gets the kill.
Muchnick, man, I don't understand why Jackie plays Ezreal as a frontliner.
Hang on, Karsa doesn't even get out with this one as the Shy and Ning want to chase him down. Empowered recall, it's not going to be allowed, I'm afraid. Ning's going to try and finish this one off, but I think maybe Karsa can 1v1. I honestly have no idea who wins this at this stage of the game, but we're going to have the junglers just battling as the rest of IG moves into the base here. They want to try and turn things on their head. Still 15 seconds on the death timers right now. It's Karsa that wins out the 1v1 between the junglers, but his base is in trouble. Baolan happy to tank the towers, but he's gone down to one of the towers. That is bad news. Karsa doesn't have the ultimate available for himself, but he's got a stopwatch. Jackie now arriving with the Nexus. It's down to half. The shockwave from Rookie.